I'm Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style Blog.
And I'm Jill Chivers from shopyourwardrobe.com.
Now, today we're going to talk a little bit about texture and sheen.
Yes, which is something that I hadn't really thought a lot about or really even knew a lot about until we started having this conversation.
Now, you are aware of pattern though, because one of the reasons you love the animal print is it works very well with your freckly patterned skin.
Yes, I'm patterned.
And so one of the things when I think about, how does someone look as best as they can is thinking about the harmony. And texture and sheen are the same as pattern. So I'm pretty smooth and non-patterned. Yes, I'm wearing a pattern today, but I don't wear a lot of pattern, probably. Versus you tend to wear a lot more pattern because it goes with your more patterned skin.
Yes.
And so texture and sheen are the same. So if you look at me, my hair is pretty smooth and shiny-ish.
Yes.
And my skin is, I go to shine so quickly. I can powder up and within 2 minutes I'm back to shiny.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found is I tend to need to wear something shiny. So I'm unlikely to wear shiny from head to toe most of the time because one of the joys of shiny is shiny makes things look a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So I'll be a bit careful, particularly on my upper body, of wearing shiny. But I do notice a lot of my fabrics have a slight sheen to them.
Yeah.
But I'll wear shiny jewellery.
Yeah, I noticed that, and the difference that it makes when you wear a shiny piece up close to your face.
And especially shiny earrings, it's like I want those little glints of light catching to draw attention to
and
my
they
face.
catch in your eyes, I think, as well.
Yeah. So I tend to like a little bit of shine. Now when we look at you, you've got more textured hair.
Yeah, not shiny hair is what she means.
No, that's textured. I've got smooth, kind of smoother, flatter hair. Yeah. You've got more textured hair. It's more textured, more, cut into, layered, all those sorts of things. So when you've got that sort of hair, it tends not to bounce light in the way that flat, one-length hair bounces light more easily. The darker the hair, the more it actually bounces light. So you'll find that that's why they always, in those commercials for hair, use black hair when they're doing that head flip.
Yeah.
You don't ever see a blondist because black hair is actually the most shiny.
Ah, I didn't know that. You're a genius.
Sadly not, but yeah, so it's that sort of thing. So I'm going to look shiny just by the nature of my dark hair.
Yeah, right.
Whilst blondes tend to look less shiny because it just doesn't bounce the light in the same way. And so if you have two textured cut-in hair, it's going to look, it can't reflect the light in the way as a smooth surface does.
Yeah.
So therefore, but you look better in a bit more texture, and you've already worked out that you like a bit of pattern. And it's interesting that you've got texture in your blouse.
Yeah.
And so even though this fabric is actually got a little bit of sheen, which works with your smooth skin,
particularly in this lovely humid climate,
you tend to get a glow about very easily.
Glowing a lot.
Glow a lot. But also too is that you'll work best in a sheen when it's a pattern fabric over a plain or solid fabric.
And that was really news to me because I do have a number of satiny, silky, plain coloured shirts, and I don't feel as confident in them. I feel like I feel a little bit more obviously busty in them, and I don't feel as good in them as I do in the printed. Same kind of sheen to them, but the printed ones I do feel more comfortable in.
Yeah, so it's just something to think about is when you're looking at, maybe that's why you go, oh, that's why I like that, or that's why that doesn't work as well. Yeah. Is because when you're matching your own personal sheen or texture or pattern.
So that's really the key, is to match in your clothing and accessories the same level of texture and sheen that you have in your own colour, your own body.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really all about harmonising with you. Yeah. Which is why a garment will look great on one person and not on somebody else too, because they have particularly different, if one person's matte and one person's shiny.
Yeah. Is that why you wouldn't wear a matte lipstick, for example?
I tend to wear shiny lipstick, and I tend to wear a little bit of sheen. I like a pearlised eyeshadow. Yeah. I need a bit of sheen in my makeup. Otherwise, if I put on purely matte and my skin glows, it looks odd. Yeah. It looks like I put on the makeup of a dead person.
Yeah, right, or just a little bit flat.
Too flat.
Yeah, because we go through periods with makeup. Like there was a period, I don't know, 10 or 15 years ago where matte lipstick was the rage. Yeah, and so that wouldn't have been so good for you.
No, not so good. So so even whether it's makeup, whether it's jewellery, so someone who say is completely matte will look better often in a brushed metal over a shiny metal, or maybe wooden beads over sparkly beads. Yeah. So it's always kind of relating those things back to you, and you'll find that so if you think about your favourites, you might actually start to go, oh, that's why I like it so much.
Yeah, and I think that's why too, something like a piece like that, which is gorgeous and looks wonderful on you, on someone who doesn't have the same level of sheen in their personal colouring, is going to put that on and it's going to feel all wrong. Yes. And they might then conclude, well, I don't look good in accessories or necklaces, and it's just not the right kind
For them, yeah. And so I can wear this during the day.
Yes.
But for somebody else, this might be a night piece.
Yeah, this has really been illuminating for me. And I mean, I like to think that I'm across quite a lot of things when it comes to style, but I honestly hadn't thought that much about this kind of thing. So it's been really helpful to me.
So yeah, I'd love to know your experiences and what you found that you love and does it match your natural level of pattern, texture and sheen.
Yeah, excellent.